Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Mark. Mark is from Leeds in England, in the UK. So let's see what Mark has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
William, how are you?
Hello, Mark. I'm very well. How are you doing today?
Oh, a bit hot up in Yorkshire, but all good. How are you?
Very good. In London as well. It's been warm. My goodness, I think we've been very lucky with the weather.
We have. You got to keep rehydrated.
Always. I think always need to have a bottle, a glass of water all the time during this time of the year.
Totally there with you, brother. Totally there.
So you're saying that, where are you from again?
I'm from West Yorkshire, a place called Leeds. Do you know it? You know Leeds?
Yes, I've been Leeds before, actually, a few years
brilliant.
ago. Yes.
Oh, fantastic. It's a lovely place.
It is. I visited as well a place called Hull. Hull.
Hull.
Yes, Hull, yeah.
The Hull, yeah, I've been to Hull quite a lot. To the what's it called? They've got a massive inside, it's like a zoo. What's aquarium? That's the one.
Yes.
A massive aquarium. The Dome. That's what it's called. The Dome. Yeah.
I have a picture there, actually. I have a picture taken there at the time when I visited. So it's been a while ago.
Yeah.
And Leeds is the place where you've been born and raised?
Yes. Leeds is all really where I lived from day one, really.
So tell me, what's the best part of living Leeds? Tell me something interesting about the city.
Well, Leeds is, of course, it's known as like the kind of capital of the north. It's developed quite a lot. So if we go back to the mid 90s, late 90s, it was a very broken city kind of thing, but then a lot of investment's been put into Leeds, so now it's this massive metropolitan. It's 24/7. It's all go. Wow. And there's so much opportunity to do for fun and business as well. So it's really interesting to be in that city and to work in that city as well. And it's changing all the time. It's never a dull moment. There's always it's a metropolitan, so there's so much to do. It's got the concrete, and it's also got the greenery, which I know down south in like London areas and stuff like that, it's very rare. It's so like bulked up. But up in Yorkshire, we can drive like 20 minutes, 30 minutes around, and you're in rolling countryside, and it's beautiful. You can be just so in a different place, just 10 mile away to the city, and that's the beauty of Yorkshire, really. And then you go further up to Yorkshire Dales, and then it's just wonderful. A beautiful place to live, really. We should be thankful and grateful for where we live and where we are and what we're doing, because there's somebody always looking, wanting what you have. So I think being grateful is a key thing, really.
Amazing. And what do you do for work, for living?
Well, at the moment, I'm a project manager. I work for my family's business, my dad's business. We sell high-frequency welding machinery to medical, automotive, stationery, and that's on a European. We've been so far as Australia and America, USA. Because America's not the USA, you might get confused. It's like when you say, "Oh, I'm going to Tenerife." It's that way. So yeah, I've done that. I've enjoyed that. Working with my dad, it's interesting at times, but it's all part and parcel. It's good. I enjoy it.
I see. And I believe as well that you're an actor.
I am. Yeah. Yes. I am an actor. Well, it's quite a funny story, and I know you like stories because I've seen your stuff. So it was one of those things where I wasn't looking for acting. Kind of acting found me, and it's one of those moments where it's like a light bulb moment, like yeah, it's meant to happen. So if I go at the beginning, it's around about Christmas time. I think like in Christmas Day, I was laid on couch. My girlfriend was laid on the other side, and I was just scrolling on my phone. And I've never ever looked for. So it's not to do with my browser or like that. I've never looked at anything. So I've gone through it and I've seen this acting. Matt Zena, his acting class, and it come up, and I thought, well, I'll email this because it gives it one free session as a taster session. So I emailed him, and it was like a few weeks until I heard anything back. Didn't think of it. Then I got an email saying, "Do you want to come down on this Tuesday to Little Bradford Playhouse?" So I went to Bradford Playhouse, and I sat very close to the door because I was thinking, it's going to be a bit cringy. This I can't, I'm kind of one of these people. I like what I like, and So I'm sat on the front on the right-hand edge near the door, and I kept looking at the door, and he kept on talking, and then he comes to a point where he said, "Right, get up, we're going to do some exercises." So straight away we're like, oh, right, okay. And I tried to get up, and I felt this weight on my chest push me back, and it's the first time I've ever felt it.
Wow.
And something in my head went, "Stay." So I stayed, and I'm so happy I did, because I've found something I wasn't looking for. The old adage is, you always find something when you're not looking for it. And I found this, and I'm having an incredible 6-month journey. I mean, I've not, like I say, doing it since January 23 with Matt, a fantastic coach, unbelievable, so driven and positive. And I've been cast in 5 short movies now. So my first one was in March, which was a Western. Mm-hmm. A fantastic first shoot. I played an outlaw who got shot. So wow. I had to like die off screen. That was really interesting. Get dressed up with a dicky bow and all that kind of thing. And it was a full day shoot. It was amazing, really fun shoot. Met some lovely people who I keep in touch with today, who I'm doing a film with later in the year as well. Second film was about female harassment when they're out and about in town and things like that, which I was, to be honest, it was an honour to be picked to do that, because I portrayed someone who was harassing somebody. And it's a fantastic message that, people shouldn't be harassed. They should go out to enjoy themselves. They shouldn't be followed or anything like that. And that's what that film was about. So I felt blessed to have been picked for that role, because I give it my all, and it was a good shoot. And it was a shoot which I had to go to York. I had to set off at about 11:45 at night. Got there at about 1 o'clock in the morning and finished at 4 o'clock in the morning. So it was it was like, oh my God, it was an interesting night. After that, I was in another short movie, which is going to festivals, and I played a professor in the Doc Brown style, which was like a Scooby-Doo 1970s lost tape kind of thing. Which was psychedelic. It was fantastic. And now being cast in 2 more movies, one which will go out to distributors, and another one which will go out to festivals, where I play a soldier, which is fitting. And then the next one I play like a detective. So I'm gonna have to bring my inner Luther out for that, I think. And then I've got more coming down with 3 or 4 more opportunities, and we're only halfway through. And I've been acting since January this year. Wow. And I'm getting all these opportunities to act. And yeah, they are short movies, but this is a progression to go. Start with short movies, get used to being in front of the camera, getting used to doing it really, and then it just feels so natural and meant. Do you know when you find someone it's meant to be?
Totally.
This is. So this is my first interview. So there you go. So when I hit the red carpet, I interviewed him first.
There we go. When you are like one of the big pictures, you can remember. I did my first interview was in Willie and the Magic Box. Always gonna
Yes.
remember that.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
But what I like the most about your story is it's interesting because, as you said, you're literally at home, like relax with your girlfriend, and suddenly you
Yeah.
just saw something that kind of lights up your mind, and you
Mm.
went for it. You never know. That's the good part of it. And suddenly,
Yeah.
which is more interesting, when you got there, you had these butterflies. You had this. Oh my God, what I'm doing here? It's scary, and that's where it's a powerful place to be, because when you feel that, that's when you go, okay, I'm here now. That's a good sign, because if you went there and you didn't feel anything, what's the point? So we were there, it's a good sign. It's interesting because when you're going to do something and you have those butterflies in the scary moments, and my goodness, what I'm doing here, it's a good sign, because you never know what's going to happen, and that's what's a good place to be. Amazing, good for you.
Thank you. It's the old thing. It's like what Matt says. He says if you go to a class and you don't get that feeling of I don't want to do this, then it's done. Every time I go in that class, there's always something where I don't feel comfortable doing, but you do it anyway. And
Totally.
that's when you get your best out. It's going past your fear threshold, your fear point, stepping over it and going, I'm going to use it I'm not going to use fear. I'm going to change that word fear to excitement. So totally. I'm not scared of doing it. I'm excited to do it. It's like I speak to people and they say, I'm like, for instance, my girlfriend's daughter, she sings and she wants to be a professional singer, and she's absolutely fantastic. Wow. And she was about the other day, she was a bit fearful and scared of singing in front of people. Mm-hmm. So we try and change the thought process and mental thinking to, I'm not scared of doing this, I'm excited to do it. So when you change the word from being scared to do something, to actually I'm excited to do it, it's like me, if I go into a studio, I'm not scared of learning my script. I'm excited about learning my script. I'm not scared of performing in front of the camera. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the camera's your best friend. You've got to perform in front of the camera. So I'm excited to get in front of that camera and excited to show my performance or my take on said character, and then how it folds and how it grows and bring blood, bone, and flesh to script to bring it to life, which that excites me, because I can express myself a lot through what I've been through myself in the 44 years I've been on this earth, and it's just wonderful. It's fantastic.
Like it's the joy in your face. That's what matters. When you're enjoying what you're doing, that's the best part.
Yes, it is. It's an incredible journey, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. I don't know where I'm going to stop, but I just don't.
Mark, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Yes. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Number one, let's go.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best. Okay, flow from the fun questions. I'm just gonna play a song now, just for us to relax a bit before the first question. Okay?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
There you go. And you didn't say that you are a dancer as well.
I'll try.
Mark, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, some reason you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Yeah, no, it's fine, man.
Right. First question for you is, what's something you always wanted to do, but you're scared of?
Something I've always wanted to do, but scared of. That is a good question. It's really hard for me to answer, because if I'm scared of something, to doing something, I'll do it. I'll get it. I've boxed as well, and I've never lost. I've been a soldier. Now doing acting. So I think I don't. Am I scared of anything? Mm-hmm. Spiders, not really.
I think I mean, that's an answer. Sometimes you wanted to do something, but you just do it. It doesn't stop you back.
Okay. So I would say probably parachute. Okay. Parachute. Yeah, because it's. I like my life. I've always wanted to do it. And bungee jump. You got me on a roll now. You won't get me to stop now. Parachuting, bungee jumping, climbing Mount Everest. These are things I want to do, but I won't do it. I'll sit down and watch it on Netflix, and I'll watch people going through that. You know, but I just, if I wanted to do it, I'd do it, wouldn't I? So I guess it's not something I really, really, really want to do in my life. It's something which I could look at and go, nah. So yeah, I'd say jumping out of a plane, because I do want to jump out of a plane, not out of the three, but I don't, because, you know, even though it's play. Yeah, I can't imagine me jumping out and then packing me. I can't even be trusted to put beard wax in my beard without getting it all over my face. You know, so in a shoe. Nah, I know that's something which no. Yeah, parachuting. Yeah, want to do it, but scared to. Yeah.
I was in Spain. I just came back last night, and I was at the beach with a friend of mine, and suddenly we saw some people doing skydiving.
Oh, really?
And he was asking me, he said, "William, would you do one day?" And I was like, you know what? I don't know. It's something that scares me a lot. You know, I don't see myself doing it. But at the same time as well, I feel like maybe one day it's something that's in there. It's something that's, you know, I don't feel like, I don't say, okay, I never will do it, but something that maybe I will do it. But right now, I'm not ready yet.
Well, I can categorically say I won't do it.
There we go. One day, maybe. One day. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Nah. Next question.
Next question. Let's do it. Next question for you is, right, what's the biggest difference between you and your best friends?
Biggest difference between me and my best friends, I'm driven.
Okay.
I'm not satisfied with the norm. I always want something. I see my life as an adventure, and when things get boring, I need something to keep me occupied and going. So I can't really do this like Monday to Friday thing. It's not normal for me. So I need other places, other things to do outside of that to keep life exciting and adventurous for me. Let's say the acting, for instance. I'm very driven by getting what I want, and when I want something like I want what I'm doing now, I get it, and I'll get it, and the only way I get it is because I'm determined and I can see the end goal in the picture. So I don't just see the start, I see the finish. I see where I'm going. And what I've done recently quite a lot is manifestation and things like that. And these past 2 years, I've manifested quite a lot of things, and it's happened. You know, I manifested meeting my girlfriend. I pictured what I wanted. I opened the window and I said to the universe, you know, give me my girlfriend, basically. And then we met, and it was like, wow, this is unbelievable. Then with the acting, I've asked the universe for that, and I've got so many opportunities from doing that. That's from the support I get from my girlfriend as well, which is, I couldn't have done it without her. So she's, you know, so needed in my life. And I'm blessed and humbled that I have her, because she's perfect, and she's just so strong, and she's so understanding, and I love it a bit. But along with that, there's my drive to achieve success. Success for me is happiness, doing what I do, it's happy, and it's happening. You know, I wanted to be in one film this year. You know, I've already booked 5 films. One of the goals, what I wanted to be on, was Spotlight. that was a year ago. I got spotlight in no time whatsoever. You know, in January I started off with my Instagram account with 97 followers. I've nearly got 1,500 6 months down, which you can see it as a lot. I can see it as not, but it's a massive increase to where I've been. But that's for me being driven and seeing something, finding out how I can achieve that, but not sitting on my laurels, not just procrastinating, not just, you know, hoping it to happen. Because in life, which I see different to my friends, is they procrastinate a lot, and I see that in people as well. And I think a lot of people want success, and a lot of people want, and they've got that driven thing inside them, but there's a lot of things inside them which stops them from doing it. And sometimes to get to where you need to get to, you have to get hurt along the way, and you have to make sacrifices along the way. But it's that journey which you get to that end, all those bad times there, it's worth it, because at the end there's that success and that point of where you want to be. Life is short as it is. So I would say to anyone, you know, just if you've got a dream, no matter how big it is, you don't want to hit 60. I always say this to people, you don't want, if someone says to me, I want to do that, I say, look, if you hit 60 or 70 years or 80 years old, right, and you're looking back in your life on your deathbed or just in general, and you wanted to do something when you were 30, 40 or 20 or whatever, and you never did it, would you be happy? And if they say no, then it's just try. Because if you try and fail, at least you can say, I've tried.
Absolutely.
If you don't, and the worst thing you can ever do is have a dream and not pursue it.
Absolutely.
And that's the driven nature of myself. I see a dream, and I will go for my dream. And if I fail, hey, I'll fail, but I rarely do.
Okay, it's better for you to do something, and if you fail, but at least you did it. You know what I mean? Because if you don't do it, the uncertainty, you go like, my goodness, you keep thinking, imagine if I have done, you know, this feeling.
Can you imagine? It'd be horrendous, wouldn't it, being at that age and just not being able to do it, and you want to do something. Yeah. And I know blocks get put in the way and stuff like that, but there's 24 hours in the day. You know, you just use them wisely. You know, I get 6 hours sleep a night. You know, and I work off that. So in between, I've got my work, and then I've got so much free time to do whatever, see my kids and do what I need to do. You've got time. People have got time. It's managing your time and using it wisely, I think, is a key to success, really. That's why all these billionaires are so rich, because they know the importance of time, because time is the most important currency in life. Once you go to the bank of time, you can't take that time back and say, I want a refund for that time. Once you've spent time, that's done. There's nothing back. So, you know, follow your dreams, use it wisely, and enjoy yourself. Just love conquers all. I mean, love, what's the song, Love is the Answer, and things like that. You know, it's so important to have love in your life and to love people back. And I just think it's that what drives me to see the beauty in life, and in my dreams and in others, really. So yeah, driven. I know it's a long answer, but yeah, there you go.
It's all right. Next question, let's do it. Before the next question, tell me about, you said that you were a soldier before, yeah? Tell me a little bit about it, the adventure.
Oh yeah, so in 1997, I was 17 years old, and I decided to join the military. I wanted to join the military. I remember the actual age I was when I wanted to join the army. I was 8-year-old. I was in the playground playing army with sticks. And I remember picking this stick up, and I saw a rifle, not a stick. Excuse me. And it was like, this is what I want to be. And I always wanted to do that. So I was a little tour at school. Didn't want to learn because I was joining the army. Didn't want to do anything kicked out loads of classes because I wasn't interested. Not that normal civilian world was not where I wanted to go. But what I will do, say, if there's any kids watching this, listen to your teachers, listen to your parents, go to school, make sure you educate, because educating is the king or queen. You've got to educate yourself. Just make sure you listen to your mum and dad or your parent, guardian, whatever, and your teachers. They want the best for you. This is my line. That's your line. So I hit 17. I hit 14 and I joined the cadets, the Army Cadet Force. So I did that for 3 years. So I was in the cadets for 3 years. We used rifles with live 5.56mm ammunition. Loved it. I absolutely loved it. And then I joined the military at 17. Went through 22 weeks training in Lichfield, and then in between that 22 weeks, that were 10 weeks, and I did 12 weeks in infantry training centre in Catterick. And then I went to my posting, and then a year later I went abroad to Northern Ireland for a few months. I've toured in 3 tours in Northern Ireland, Bosnia, Sierra Leone, Iraq. I've been on exercise in the jungles of Belize, been on exercise twice, also Jamaica, Kenya, been to Canada twice, been to the USA for a short while, and all over UK. That was for 12 years. Fantastic time. Bad times and good times. Good times always outweigh. A lot of fun. And if I could go back in time, I'd do it all again.
Amazing. Very good. Next question is, do you have any nicknames?
Axe.
Axe?
Yeah.
Tell me why. What comes from Axe?
Axe. It's always because my last name's Haxby, so it's known as Axe. But as I've got older, I've got a good right hook as well, so it was like my axe. So they went, "Oh, well, your nickname's Axe, so fitting because your right hook's like you're chopping an axe." So it's always nickname has always been Axe, and it's followed me forever really. Which I've incorporated it in my performance name, Mark Axe. So that's my performance name is Mark Axe, because I like that axe so much that it's like rock and roll kind of thing in it. It's like bang, Mark Axe. You know, I like that he's got a good twang to it. So I thought, yeah, I'll have that. I'll keep that. And
amazing.
Yeah.
You said that you have kids as well.
Yes, I do. I have a boy and a girl. Awesome. 10. Henry's 10, Emily's 14.
Oh.
Yeah, my son's a massive Man City fan, thank God. And of course, I'm now a Man City supporter. And it's fantastic to see what they've done. Winning the treble keeps the red side of Manchester quiet. but it's great because he's into football now. He loves football. My daughter, she is doing her mock exams now, so next year she'll do her exams. And she's turned around to me the other day, and she's interested in directing.
Oh wow!
So it's like, wow, okay, that's amazing. So whatever I've been doing this year, I hope what I've been doing has like ignited some of what's ignited at year 44 for me, which ignited in year 14 for her, so she can like start early and then build up that way and do what she needs to do. But she's very much like me, determined, very sharp-minded. If she wants something, she'll get it, and she'll be fantastic at it. But yeah, they're fantastic. I mean, I left the military because my daughter was born, because we were moving to Germany. I do not regret that whatsoever. And sorry, go on.
No, she might be directing one day. Imagine she's directing maybe her father.
Well, she's got an actor here straight away.
Next question. Let's do it. Next question for you is, if you could sit down with your 13-year-old self, what would you say?
Oh, what would I say? Believe in yourself. Let people talk about you behind your back. You have got no excuse or no reason to be bothered what other people are saying about you, because it's none of your business. Just do what you need to do and make sure you do it truly. And just go for your dream and do, and just don't listen to anyone. Just do it. If you think you can do it, you can do it. That's what I would say. But most importantly, just never doubt yourself. Always believe.
And how was for you growing up? When you think about your childhood memories, how was growing up in Leeds?
It was rough. It was rough. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I had my mother was an alcoholic. We lived on a council estate. Where her husband was abusive, verbally, never physical really to us. My mum and dad split when we were 12, so it's not my dad. My dad's awesome. But he was an alcoholic as well, so they enabled each other. So it was rough, and then after that, I went to live with my dad and his then wife, and then things got better. My mum got better, and then I kind of looked at my point and went, well, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go. So me wanting to be in the military, I hit that 17-year-old point. I went into the Army Careers Office with my dad, and my dad knew one of the career sergeants in the actual office. So they were talking more than me. So I'm like sat there going, hang on a minute, I've just come in here to join the army, and you're talking about being at school with each other. So I'm there half an hour later, I'm still sat there going like that. And then I joined, and then he signed my papers, and then I got my mum eventually. She won't sign my papers. She signed my papers. So my mum, my family and my friends have always been proud of what I've done. I'm proud of where I've been and what I've done in service. But the sad thing, what happened was when I was in Iraq in 2007, I was then with my then wife, and I got told I had to go up to see the Sergeant Major. So I'm going, oh my God, what's happened? Something's happened at home. At this time, I don't have any kids, so I'm thinking something happens to my wife. My then wife, sorry. And then I was like, so I ran up, come up quite sweating and like, what's happened? And then the Sergeant Major come hold me, put his hand on my shoulder and says, your mum's died. And I was speaking to her 2 weeks earlier over email. And when I'd left, there were no signs or anything of what had happened. So it was she died of a blood clot. She died straight away, and it was 2 days later. I'd left Iraq, and I was sat at home, numb with emotion. I showed no emotion throughout any of it, throughout the funeral or anything. They were just totally like, what's going on here? I don't understand. And then a week later, it kind of hit me and I broke down. And that's my journey with my mum stopped on there. And I wasn't, the sad thing is, I wasn't there. And that kind of haunts me because I was away. And I wish I'd been there, because there's things which, you think, well, the spooky thing is, right, before I went, I was sat in a curry house with my dad. And this woman come in all flustered. Never seen her before in my life, never. And I look across her and her local nut was in. Here she comes in. I go, oh my God. So she comes in and she's looking around frantically. And I'm like, she's getting closer to my table. And I'm like going, oh God, what's going on? And she comes here and she goes, oh, are you Mark? And I'm like, yeah, what do you want? And she said to me, this was like a week before I went to Iraq. She went, oh, I need to tell, they won't leave me alone. They won't leave me alone. I said, well, something bad's going to happen in the next 3 months. And I'll think, well, I'm going to end up dying or something, you know what I mean? She went, oh, no. So I can't say it. I don't know what it is, but I've been told to tell you that something's going to happen. Something's bad's going to happen in the next 3 months. And then that happened.
Wow.
Mm.
It's wow, it's interesting those things, when happen like that. And also you saying about that, you think when you think about you wish you were there for your mom. But I believe, Mark, that's, things sometimes happens for a reason and we don't understand. We don't understand. And sometimes, you keep wondering, thinking, and I think everything counts at the end of the day. I think everything counts. And, sometimes you don't find answers for those things, but it's just meant to be this way. And that's what makes life the way it is. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's as Elton John said, it's a circle of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna sing. Don't worry.
Actually, that's what I'm about to ask to sing a little bit.
Oh, really?
Right, I have 3 questions left for you. Okay, let's do it. Yes. Next question for you is, if you could have a superpower, what that would be and why?
Superpower, what would that be? All of them? No. God, I'm so conflicted about this because I'd like immortality, but I wouldn't like to see everybody I love die because that would be really lonely. So I would want to be able to look into the future for my own gain.
Right.
Don't know what the lottery tickets are going to be. but yeah, I think yeah, we've been able to see into the future and know what's going to happen. It's as it's good and it has its bad, I suppose. But with the bad stuff, I can counteract that, or try to anyway. Yeah, so I'd go with that, followed by flight. I think flight would be cool, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
The only problem with flight is if you get too high, you pass out. So then you drop out. So go across, not up.
For sure, I think that would be a good superpower. Fly anywhere. Imagine.
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. You'd save money on petrol anyway, wouldn't you?
Let's say right now, at this moment, if you could fly, if you have the superpower, and if you could fly anywhere in the world right now, at this moment, where would you fly?
Florida.
Florida? Why Florida?
Because I love the islands of adventure, the theme park and stuff like that. I'm a big roller coaster nut, and I love Marvel and all that kind of thing. I'm just so embedded with Marvel. I'm just so I just love Florida. I just love that area. I just like the weather there, and the thunderstorms and the rain, and the park itself. I just love it. And then there's Disneyland as well. My favorite, one of my heroes is Donald Duck.
Oh,
absolutely adore Donald Duck, and I do an mean impression of Donald Duck as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Can you do a little bit? Amazing. Actually, I need to show you something. Just bear with me. I'm back now. Just because you mentioned about Donald Duck, I used to work for Disney Cruise Line, for Disney World a few years ago.
Oh wow!
And during the, I was there for a short contract, 4 months, and we had we had an induction where we went spend some time in Disney World. We got to see the parks behind the scene, which was amazing as well.
Oh, wow.
So it was interesting. And also we had induction where the place where Walt Disney was drawing actually the character. It was like something to remember. I never forget that. and actually they had some of these little things.
Men.
I have the duck, but also I have the others ones as well. I got a few of them because I got here by my side here. But there you go, Donald Duck.
the original angry duck.
Yes. Right, 2 questions left. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Right. Next question is, how do you make friends?
Oh, well, I've got 6 friends at the moment, and I'm looking to get rid of one.
I don't believe you said that. 4 friends. I'm sure you don't mean it.
How to make friends? I think the best way to make friends is be kind, and be open to other people. It can lead you into a very vulnerable space if you don't know somebody really well, because they can take your friendship for granted. But I think then that's not your problem, that's their problem.
Mm-hmm.
So it's being kind, and it's having an interest in that person, and communication. That's really key, I think. Of course, you've got to have the same common interests. If one can't like Marvel, one can't like DC because you never mix. But like Warner Brothers and Disney don't mix. But I think communication and being nice. There's too much. You see it in the news all the time with there's so much badness going on at the where he said if everyone, it's the old what was it, the on semi-pro, what Will Ferrell says, everybody love everybody. You know what I mean? It's simple as that, isn't it? Everybody love everybody. If everybody loved everybody, then you wouldn't have any problems. And that's how I think you make friends. You just be yourself.
Yeah.
And if they don't like it, do you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's not your fault. That's not their fault. It's just what it's meant to be.
Yeah, I believe being yourself, the right people come, the wrong people would go, and that's correct. That's the way.
Exactly. And what I found is you get people who are called tourists. So people will come into your life. People come into your life, take snapshots, and then leave. But they're meant to come into your life.
Yeah, everyone comes for a reason.
Yeah.
People, they leave some of the people, they leave memories. Some of the people leave lessons. Some of the people, there's always something behind. There's always, sometimes you don't see straight away. You might see in the future, and sometimes you're not going to see at all. But I think every people who comes to our lives for a reason, it's always something there to learn. Always something there to take it, for sure. Some stay, some of them goes, and that's the beauty of life.
That is, yes, I totally agree, mate.
Ready for the last one?
Do it. I'm going to dance on this one.
Yes, there you go. But before the last question, when you look in your, in your career, in your journey as a soldier, tell me a moment, a situation that you're never gonna forget. It's always gonna have a special place in your heart.
So there was me and another lad. We were basically told to get up on top of a roof, and it was at night time. So we had night vision on, and we were, making sure our guys were getting in safely. And there was a building just to my left as I was looking that way, and we got shot at. And when you see films and people are pinned down and they can't move?
Yeah.
That was us. We had bullets coming and hitting the roof, and we could feel the roof disintegrating because it was coming off and hitting us in the face, and we could feel the crack and thump of the bullets or rounds, as they call them, going over our heads.
Wow.
So I can't. I've got my hand on my rifle. I can't move anywhere. My mate's got his machine gun. I say, "Can you put fire up there so we can get off the roof?" So I said, "I can't move." So I crawled, and the ladder we got up had been taken away, so we couldn't get down the ladder. So it's like, all right. So I went to him and said, we ain't got any ladder, Bernie. And well, what do we do? And it was like, okay, I don't know what to do. And these shots are getting closer and closer. So I then decided we were getting off the roof. We're not getting shot. We're not getting killed tonight. We're going to live. So we got our backpacks on, put them on. And I went, Bernie, we're going off this roof. And I grabbed him by his shoulders. And he went, axe. And as soon as he said that, I rolled off with him. So we both rolled and we fell off the roof about 20 foot off. Landed on the ground. Got up and moved away without a scratch on us.
Wow.
And that's one of those memories where that's one of them where it was like we weren't meant to be. We were meant to get off that roof. And again, determination of myself, because he wasn't doing anything. Determination for me to get us off that roof was to do anything to get off the roof. Another one which reminds me is I was in a vehicle and I had an RPG, which is a rocket, fired at me and it went past my head. It went that close to my head that I felt the heat off the rocket go past my head, and then it exploded about 50, 100 meters behind me. The tail fin fell off about 20 feet behind me, and somebody found the tail fin from the rocket what went past. Those two moments are clear today as they were then, and those two moments taught me about life and death.
Wow.
Death is there, but you choose not to die.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's one thing I live by. You know, it's inevitable, but whilst you're alive, just dream big. Do what you want to do. If you think it, you can do it.
For sure. All right. Last question is, what's the best advice have you ever given?
The best advice I have ever given: do not worry about things you cannot control if they've not happened. And it's something I do a lot. I do this a hell of a lot. We waste so much time worrying about what could happen, and then 9 times out of 10, or 9.9 times out of 10, it works out okay. But you spend so much time worrying about that thing, and I do this all the time. It bugs me because I give this advice and people adhere by it, and then they get that. But it's why would you put energy into something that's not happened yet?
Totally.
And I think that's a very, very good learning tool. Is just don't worry about it. It's not happened yet. It's out of your control. It's in your control. You can worry about it. If it's not in your control, just, deal with it when it happens. I think that's probably the best bit I can give.
Amazing. Okay, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like. Don't forget to share this video. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. Let's start with money.
Power.
Family.
Love.
One word for life.
Enjoy it. Oh no, that's 2, but enjoy.
Okay. Sex.
What's that? Sorry, text.
Sex.
Always.
One word for love.
Needed.
Politics.
Right. I need to think of something nice to stay with this, something not what I'm thinking at the moment. So I'm going to say rubbish.
Religion.
Idea.
Okay. Fear.
Own it.
Friendship.
Forever.
Desire.
Need.
Regrets.
Past.
Success.
Everything.
Wish.
Believe.
Happiness.
Life.
One word for Leeds.
One word for Leeds. I would say one word for Leeds would be exciting.
Okay. England. One word.
England. Mine.
One word for soldier.
Brave.
And the last one now, acting. One word.
One word for acting, I would say, again, believe.
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your girlfriend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, what is the most beautiful thing about Mark, and what's something that he still needs to work on, to improve on? What should say?
She would probably say, what would you say?
Oh, she's there. Oh, she could come to the camera to say now her thoughts.
Do you want to say? No, you didn't want that.
What's her name? What's her name?
Leslie.
Hi.
Hello, Les. Nice to meet you.
And you.
Thanks for letting Mark participate on the show. Thank you.
Okay, what would she say? Say about me? I think she'd say how I love her.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And something that you still need to work on, to improve on.
My harshness.
Oh.
I'm
Abruptness.
Abruptness. I can be quite abrupt. It's not, it comes across wrong. I am abrupt in some of the stuff I say because of the jobs I've done in the past.
Uh-huh.
That needs to be done. So it comes across like, like abrupt. It's not. It's just how I say it. But it would be being abrupt. It's But I'd say yeah, definitely.
Leslie, do you see some work in progress?
Yeah, every day.
Amazing. That's what it's about. Work in progress. Let's play now, Mark, and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, you can ask me a question now.
What drives you to do these kind of interviews?
Great question. You know what, Mark? I feel the luckiest person in the world every single day when I know that I'm gonna connect with a person around the world that I never I didn't know anything about it. Have no idea. When the most exciting part for me of the magic box, it's when I send a request, I send the invitation, and when my guest, accepted, and I'm just waiting to accept the call, and when I see their face for the very first time, I go like, oh my goodness, that's when the connection started. That's when, that amazing feeling that, get to know someone new. And, all of us, we have so many stories to tell, so many experience to share as well. And I think everyone in the world, we are interesting because there's always something to share, to share with the world. And it's interesting because sometimes when I invite people and they go like, they replied back to me, why do you want to interview me? I'm not interesting. And that's
what I said to you.
Did you?
Yeah.
You see, I didn't realize that, but it's interesting because people, they say that, and I go like, everyone has a story to tell. And also when someone replies the same way you did, I go like, okay, that's a big chance for me. I feel like a challenge. I said, okay, let me get into it and let me get, to show this person that, my God, my goodness, we spent here like almost an hour now, and you told me so many interesting stories about you, about your life, about your past, about your career. And it's fascinating to see, to hear, you know what I mean? Because we are learning. And imagine people now watch this interview and they're going to connect with you as well for, different reasons, or maybe because your past, maybe because your career, maybe because your job, maybe because, your passion about acting. So anything. So I think that's, I think life is it's a book of opportunities, and sometimes when you put yourself in a situation like, for example, this interview, when you go like, you know what, let's do it, why not? And now you just made memories. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
So
agreed.
I think, yeah, that's the best part for me of the magic box is the fact that I know that I'm gonna connect with anyone around the world, and they're gonna share memories, challenge memories, beautiful or sad memories. I think everything counts in the end of the day. And I think that's the beauty of life. So yeah, so that's my answer to you. That's the best part of the magic box.
Very, very, very well answered as well.
Did you have a good time?
I enjoyed it. Am I okay to promote my Instagram page?
Absolutely. Please feel free to promote anything.
Thank you. So if you go to Instagram, if you put Mark, MARK _ acts, AXE _ acting, it's got all my acting lessons at Matt Zena Acting on there, and it's got all some skits, pictures, the full lot about my exciting journey into acting. It'd be great to have you all on board. It'd be great to see you there, and it'd be great to talk to you all and get to know you all. Mark _ acts _ acting. Good to see you, and hope you'll come over.
Yes, let's go and visit Mark's job. Let's see what he has to offer.
Exactly. Do you know this? It's been enjoyable. Really nice. I've enjoyed this. It's felt very, very. Very calm, very nice. You're a very good host. So
thank you so much. Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview. I really appreciate. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Again, it would have to be just believe in yourself. Too many people stop halfway before the end of the dream. They put too much effort in and then just stop. There's a saying. There was in the Western times. There's a guy. He's a gold digger, and he's digging for gold. And he's been digging for months and months and months in the heat. And he's going and he's digging and he's digging and he's digging. And he gets to a point where he goes, "I can't dig anymore. I've had enough. I'm bored. I can't do it." And he walks away. Another guy comes across and takes a couple of swipes with his pickaxe, moves the earth, and hits gold. Don't stop.
There we go.
If you want something, if your heart is in something, your soul is in something, and you feel that's what you have to do, please don't give up on your dream.
Amazing. Keep going, never stop. That's the beauty of it. Bye, Leslie.
See you later.
Okay, Mark. So thank you very much for the interview, and you keep in touch. Okay, it was a pleasure. Okay,
thank you. It's great to meet you, and I wish you all the best for the future as well.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.